gentlemen, what's going on? Gentlemen. 1247, the great one in the building, man. How's everybody doing, man? It's a good day to be great and all that good stuff. Gentlemen, quick message for you. Quick message. Just came to my mind. I got to share it with you. The greatest battle that you were ever going to face. No, not the greatest battle. The greatest victory that any man is going to face is when vagina don't mean nothing. I won't say that again. One of your greatest victories that you ever going to face as a man is when the so-called vagina doesn't have that much control over you. That's going to be one of your greatest victories in life, because once you get that down, bro, you can flow. Once these women, vagina, big titty, big butt, once that stuff don't mean nothing to you but just basically a nut, gentlemen, I'm telling you that your life is going to get so much easier, especially within the so-called American black community, because vagina is put so high on a pedestal that most of you gentlemen can't even think straight if it ain't got nothing to do with vagina. Once you mastered the control of big booty, big titties, and vagina, gentlemen, your life is going to be, that's good. That's half the battle. Those urges and those this is what these women have been doing. They've been using your natural instincts against you. You know, if you want to get some vagina, you gotta cough up some money. This is a lot of you guys out here doing some crazy stuff because you're trying to get some. But once you gentlemen have mastered yourself, have gotten to the point where vagina, big titties, and big butt don't mean nothing, I'm just telling you, fellas, life is going to get a lot easier for you. A lot easier for you. Then you cannot be manipulated. You cannot be manipulated. A lot of these women are using their natural, like I said, their bodies to manipulate you, because they know, especially in the so-called American black community, that, especially the thinking brothers. I'm telling you this right now, thinking brothers. Because it's not Pookie and Ray Ray. I'm telling you this right now. Pookie and Ray Ray are running through everything. Let's be honest. We'll be honest with you. Pookie and Ray Ray are running through anybody and everybody. It's the so-called brothers. Of course, everybody on top, everybody wants to do that's on so-called top and high value, blah blah blah, whatever all that nonsense is. But it's you gentlemen in the middle that's catching hell. You know, because those in the so-called middle class, we are the engine that keeps the whole black community absolutely running right now. And what these women try to do to you is they try to use their vagina, their breasts, and their big butt to control you. And a lot of you gentlemen out here are falling victim every single day to a so-called big butt and a smile. But once you have put in your mind, listen, if I get some, if I don't get some, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna keep it moving forward. Gentlemen, whoo, you just lift a big boulder off your shoulders. Life is not about getting some coochie, bruh. The pinnacle of life is not getting between a woman's legs. It's not. It's not even a blip on the radar screen. It doesn't even really matter. But in the black community, the woman's vagina has been put so far up on the freaking Mount Rushmore. It's like your whole life is basically getting between her legs. That's how the so-called black community thinks. Your worth is only your life is only worth her vagina. What you do is to get vagina. It's not about building. It's not about leaving a legacy. All that you do in the so-called American black community is to get some vagina. Because this is what the men before, the 3-4 generations before me did. worship the vagina. Hell, they got y'all going to church worshiping her Jesus. Because Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior over the ABW. Jesus Christ is not Lord and Savior over the so-called American black man. They didn't tell you that. But once again, the gentleman 3-4 generations before me put the ABW vagina so far on the pedestal, they'll do anything to get it. So if they got you in church singing praises and giving your 10% to this Jesus, to her God, because your God is her vagina, but her God is the so-called white man named Jesus. Got y'all giving 10% and this percent and chicken dinners and all this stuff to her God named Jesus because you're trying to get some vagina. This is why there's a disconnect between the younger generation and the older generation. The younger ones want to build, the younger ones want to change. The older gentlemen want to play catch up. They want to catch up on all the booty that they missed out in the last 30, 40 years. Matter of fact, I just picked up a gentleman like a week or two ago. His wife passed away from diabetes or something like that, maybe kidney failure, whatever she had. So he was married to her for 40 years, right? So instead of him, probably even traveling. I mean, he could be traveling. I mean, there's many things that this gentleman can do. He's sitting there on Tinder looking at Big Booty Keisha. And his exact words were, I'm about to, what he said? He said, I'm about to catch up on all the booty that I missed. This is what he said, I kid you not. You've been married for this woman for 40 years. She passes away about how many years ago? 4 years ago. Now, instead of out here building, instead of out here creating his own reality, he's out here backpedaling and catching up on all the big booty Keishas he missed out on the last 40 years. And this is what's wrong with the older generation. This is why the older generation and the younger ones don't get along at all. You guys are ahead of, you supposed to be the older generation, you're supposed to be teaching us younger ones, such as the millennials, of how to build and maintain and how to run an effective community, how to actually think of the mindset of leading your people forward and things of that nature. But now these old cats, 3-4 generations before us, are too busy chasing the vagina that they missed out since the 70s. This is what I'm saying, brothers. You can't be like these older gentlemen. Everything about your life is about vagina. And getting some. Trying to grab on some titties and all that stuff. Gentlemen, come on, man. We way too far behind in the game to be trying to catch up. Try to get all the booty that you missed out. Like, what the hell? That doesn't make sense. I mean, hell, if you're gonna go get something, go overseas or something. This is why a lot of stuff is not being passed on to the younger generation. You lady talking about something, we're not building nothing. Well, the older generation ain't build either. They spend all their time chasing after your behind. And here come the millennials. Now we gotta clean up all this stuff. And we gotta build and we gotta maintain. We not in a lot of these millennials are not doing none of that. They'll let the community burn to the ground. Well, they'll let the community burn to the ground before I sit there and try to attempt to build something. Absolutely not. But anyways, gentlemen, get back to what I was saying. You gotta master your own body, man. You guys gotta have self-control. Everything is not about getting, I'm gonna say this again, everything is in life is not this woman's vagina. That is not life. As soon as you bust a nut, that's it, fellas. Vagina is not life. You do not work to get vagina. Who cares? It's the vagina gonna be there. Like my boy You should tell me, listen, vagina is everywhere. Even when they lay your body down. Even at the funeral, there's going to be vagina at the funeral. Vagina is everywhere. It's not that serious, gentlemen. You got to learn to have self-control. Like, women going to come regardless. They've been doing the same thing since time immemorial. They want to get at your stuff. What they going to do? Something sexual. They've been doing this probably before Adam and Eve, man. They've been running the same play, gentlemen, for a long time, and we fall for the same thing. We got a little cute girl with a fatty, and we just lose our mind. Oh my God. Keisha got some big titties. And here you go, just giving up all your money, all this and all that. Your checks are going down the drain. And you know the first thing she want to do is get pregnant, so she put your behind on child support. They've been running the same plays, brothers, for a long time. When are we going to snap out of it, man? Oh, man, you must be gay. I'm not gay at all. I'm homosexual, you won't call it. I don't participate in them acts. But come on, man. I mean, getting some vagina, like, fellas, it's not that hard. Getting some? Okay. I mean, it's not rocket science. I mean, you ain't even got to spit. Like, I mean, come on, fellas. You should be to the point now. Like, it's just so juvenile. This conversation is so juvenile, but I gotta keep putting it back out, putting this back out there to you guys, because jokers older as me. I'm 39 years old. I got jokers 10 years older than me that's still out here chasing vagina. Like, what are y'all doing? You in the club, yo, calling me to go to some club so I can look at mediocre Keisha. I don't care about Keisha or Kelly or Lisa. I don't care about these females. You in the club. Oh, let's go to the club. To do what, bruh? If you don't get together, let's get together and let's try to build something. Let's try to establish something. But you talk about this, oh, I don't want to do that, but you want to go to the club and smoke cigars and look at frumpy butt Keisha all day? That's the first, and the thing is, a lot of the time with these older cats, first thing they do is throw some money at it. Hey girl, I'll pay your bills. All for some vagina. This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying, brothers. You gotta save yourself, man. Because your environment, listen, your environment is conducive to jokers gonna kill themselves, man. Jokers gonna kill themselves. You got older gentlemen out here spending all their little paychecks just to get a sniff of Keisha draws. What the hell? Then turn around and look at us and be like, oh, young buck, you ain't getting it. Like, nigga, I'm not trying to hit no key. Like, so we've been running through that since 10 years ago. Like, you just now coming. Like, bro, come on, gentlemen. Your life is not about Keisha's vagina. Your life is not about vagina. Your life is about leaving a legacy, working hard, leaving a legacy, having a good name, having a good, you know what I'm saying, establish a legacy for your children's children. So when your children come into a place that you already been to, you already got so much of a good rapport and whatever you've been doing that your children can walk into some positions. That's what life is about. Nobody care about no big booty Keisha. Brothers out here killing themselves just trying to sniff the draws of big booty Keisha. For what? Gentlemen, for what? Seriously. All this sacrifice and all this we doing just to get some draws? Like, what do you, come on, gentlemen, seriously? This is why no other men, play this. Other men envy you because of your talents and your potential. But as far as your thinking, nobody envies the so-called American black man on our mentality. Like, we should be taking stuff over, but if like this, if it has nothing to do with vagina, you fellas don't want to have anything to do with it. That means you can be controlled. If it has nothing to do with vagina, you gentlemen will not move to save your life. Building be on fire. But you know, it's bad because some of y'all could be y'all could be getting it in, building be on fire, but it doesn't matter because I mean I'm going out with a bang. Gentlemen out here shooting each other over vagina, getting stabbed over vagina. Brothers getting jumped and betrayed and all this stuff over vagina. Gentlemen out here losing money because of vagina. Willing to stab your mans in the back, willing to throw your mans on the bus over some vagina. Man, I've seen this happen so many times. I done seen brothers, I done seen men come to blows. I done seen men be best friends turn arch enemy because so-and-so liked so-and-so, and that female was clowning to both of y'all. But now you beefing because, oh man, I got at her first. Like, really, fellas? You really about to throw away years of friendship for Tiffany? Really? Like, if women want to break up any type of movement, all she gonna do is send a couple little bad little females up into your function, and she's shutting the whole thing down. You gentlemen gotta be like titans, bro. Y'all gotta be like gods, man. Bro, vagina is vagina. It's not that serious, gentlemen. It's really not. Half of the time when you listen, I'm gonna tell you this. Let me give you a little secret on how to get all this vagina. Listen, if you about your purpose, I'm gonna tell you this right now. If you about your purpose, gentlemen, I'm telling you, vagina gonna come out the woodworks. If you about your purpose, if you are focused, you are locked down, you are moving in the direction that you want to, gentlemen, all types of females are gonna come to you regardless. I mean, it should be to a point that you guys should just listen. You should be getting offers just on GP. You should be getting offers just off you alone. You all this high value and all the other stuff. I get it. You know, the whole high value talk. I get it. But gentlemen, listen, you don't need to have all that money to get some regular smuggler, just some vagina, bro. It's not that hard. Gentlemen, it's not that hard. From the females that you want to get it from, it's not that hard. But you gotta have purpose. They go back to my last video. You gotta have purpose of why you exist, gentlemen. You can't go through life working just to get some booty. That doesn't make sense, man. That's so ass backwards. And this is why every other man around you is running laps around you. This is why every other man can come into your neighborhood and set up shop, and because they know that you so focused on big booty Keisha, they can roll up right up in your neighborhood and set up shop, and you ain't got nothing because you were so hypnotized by big booty Keisha. You were so hypnotized by big booty Keisha. This is why other groups of people come into your neighborhood and be getting all your bread. Every last one of y'all be coming to these different so-called foreigner spots and spend all your money because you are in a hypnosis, trying to chase after big booty Keisha all day. You get that car to get big booty Keisha to notice you. I know a lot of gentlemen that sat there and they pledged these different things when they were in college and this, that, and the third, just to get numbers. Just to get a number. Oh, big Shonda, yeah, man. I'm about to go ahead and pledge because Shonda's gonna notice me. What? This is a peasant's mentality, gentlemen. This is a peasant mentality. When that so-called mediocre vagina that can control you like that to a point that you can't even think without vagina not even being mentioned in the conversation, gentlemen, nobody wants to deal with you. Seriously, if the so-called American black man collectively were to come together and were to create a conglomerate of whatever we're doing, And we want other groups of gentlemen to trade with us, barter with us, whatever. And they're coming at you because other gentlemen come with power. They don't come with vagina on their mind, because vagina comes automatically. You have power, vagina gonna come. Period. It's not that hard. Other gentlemen come with power, control, and dominion. When we come in here on some swaggy swag, sliding across the floor like Genuine. This is why a lot of gentlemen don't want to deal with a lot of brothers. Because you come in the mindset of getting some. Other gentlemen come on the mindset of dominating territories, bartering. I mean, things control. Gentlemen, they have that mindset of the conquering and things of that nature. The other gentlemen have this mindset. We the only ones on planet Earth still talking. We still trying to run up on Big Booty Keisha all day. And this is why other places, this is why other groups of people are laughing at a lot of the so-called African American men. And the thing is, the females that you chasing, you got these women out here on Instagram and all these Snapchats out here shaking their behind, but they're not shaking their behind for you. They shaking their behind so they can get flown out to Dubai somewhere. This is why all these women doing this spread ego and bent over and all this twerking in the camera. So once again, some sultan in the Bahamas, in Saudi Arabia or Dubai or Qatar or Kuwait somewhere can fly them hoes out. Once again, you fellas ain't got power like that, because because the females that's getting flown out, it's the females you chasing behind. So nobody's gonna respect you, dog. The female that you chasing is the female that you chasing is getting flown out by another group of men. You gentlemen ain't flying nobody out nowhere, because you spent all this time chasing after Big Booty Keisha all day. But Big Booty Keisha don't want you. She doing what she doing so she can get flown out in Birkin bags and ride in a Bentley for a day or something stupid like that. But once again, gentlemen, I'm gonna say this, man. I'm gonna cut this thing off. If you really want to progress in life, you gotta have self-control and stop putting this woman's vagina on a pedestal. Once that mindset of getting some has to be at the bottom of the barrel. Getting some, it's not at the top, because you don't work. I'll say this again, you don't work to get some. If you get some, you get some. You don't, you don't. You keep it moving. Nobody really cares. If you ain't bust a nut, who cares, gentlemen? Who cares? We can't do what our fathers and 3-4 generations did behind us. This is why these women left, man. I really don't want to go here in the 60s, but this is why these women turned their back on the brothers back in the 60s. This is why these women were willy-nilly rolled out on brothers back in the 60s and joined the government. Because you know why? Because your elders, these older brothers, spent a whole bunch of time chasing after Big Booty Bertha. Making songs. I know there was so much inventions and things that going on. I know things were different back in the day, but brothers was it's crazy how gentlemen were out here fighting Martin Luther King, civil rights, and your woman can just walk away from you. Gentlemen, that speaks huge volumes of what these women really thought. For these women, for the government to come to the so-called ABW back in the 60s and say, hey, listen, ditch old boy, we got you. And them women say, hey, and they willfully did it? Gentlemen, I don't know what else to tell you, bro. That goes to show you the mindset of what these women really thought about you the whole time. Because I'm not going to diss all the older gentlemen, because there's so many things that you guys were doing that I can't even, I'm not even going to sit there and bash none of y'all. But what I am saying is, I'm trying to get the younger brothers to look at things a little bit differently. Because I can name other calamities that happened to other groups of women, but these women did not leave their man to join that enemy's government, just all willy nilly. We can talk about the Holocaust. Those women, Germany didn't come to those women, them so-called those women, and say, hey, listen, leave your man, and Germany's gonna take care of you. The Nazis gonna take care of you. All you gotta do is join our government, leave your man, and we'll take care of you. Them women didn't do that. In Japan, Hiroshima, Nagasaki, the United States, you know what I'm saying? Didn't I know they didn't come to the Japanese, but once again, if the United States would have came to the Japanese and said, listen, we gonna stop doing what we doing to you. All you gotta do is leave your man, and the United States government was gonna take care of you. That didn't happen. I mean, I can go, hell, I can go to apartheid and things of that nature. Things is being cracking in South Africa and all the other stuff. Once again, there's so many different things in Rwanda. There's so many different things. Hell, I mean, Ethiopia was fighting for their independence against Italy and all the other stuff. Once the enemy didn't come to the so-called female and say, hey, listen, ditch your man and come with us. And them women said, yes, we're gonna do that. For these women to say, to sit in your face, sit in my grandfather and my great grandfather and my great great grandfather, and them women say, listen, we rolling. Tell them that's huge. That's huge. That's not good. That's huge on so many different levels. But I need for you gentlemen to stop putting this female's vagina on a pedestal. Getting some is not, listen, it shouldn't even be a thought by now. It shouldn't even be a thought by now. All this macking and dude, like, why we still macking? Macking for what? Dude, we still under this. We got everybody on our back, gentlemen. Why we macking? Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing right now, bro? We macking. Oh, I'm trying to get at Shalonda. Yeah, Shalonda is, yeah, man. She said she was gonna give me some head, man. If I do, come on, man. I don't see jokers get shot up, stabbed, all types of stuff. Because so and so was, oh, I heard, a big booty Shalonda was messing with Derek, but Derek, but Shalonda's always is messing with Mike and Sherrod. So these cats was fighting in the parking lot. They seen each other at the gym. They sitting there throwing blows over Shalonda, and Shalonda moved on to Jason. That's in the next county over, man. I've seen way too many brothers get shot up and stabbed over some mediocre vagina. So once again, gentlemen, I'm about to cut this off. Getting vagina is low on the totem pole. It shouldn't even be an afterthought. Listen, you want to get something cool, do what you need to do. But once again, we're not working for no mediocre vagina no more. We're not getting shot up, and we're not going to get stabbed. I don't care what these old heads are doing. They can go out here and chase after the booty. So you want that trophy, knock yourself out. Because everybody ran through it. Nobody even cares no more. Gentlemen, let's change our mindset. You want to win in life? Put that woman's vagina low on the totem pole and see how far you go with a clear mindset. When you see things clearly, when you get your mind off the butt cheeks and off the vagina and the titties all day, and see how far you can actually manifest on how so you can create your own reality. Once you move that from your mind, see how far you can really go in life. But anyways, man, you guys, man, let me know what you think, man. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, gentlemen, get your mind off the behind. Peace.